10 Most Athletic Men's Tennis Players in History. Athleticism is one of the less discussed characteristics of a tennis player. While skill, temperament, and mental toughness are important, athleticism is equally important in a physical sport like tennis. Raw athleticism is not a guarantee of success, but it can create highlight reel moments that get the crowd on their feet. With the homogenization of surfaces over the last 2 decades, the number of athletic all-court players has increased. On that note, here are the top 10 most athletic men's tennis players in history. David Ferrer. David Ferrer is widely regarded as one of the greatest open-air players who never won a Grand Slam title. In a career spanning 2 decades, the 2013 Roland Garros finalist has won nearly 750 matches. Ferrer, who is now retired, was known for his athleticism and never-say-die attitude. Despite his struggles against men's tennis's big three Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic, Ferrer won 27 singles titles, including the 2012 Paris Masters. After retiring in 2019, Ferrer briefly coached world number 3 Alexander Zverev before parting ways with him in January of this year. Andy Murray. Andy Murray is one of the tour's few active former world number 1 players. The 34-year-old has won 46 singles titles, including 3 Grand Slams, and is currently ranked 85 in the world. Murray's game isn't visually appealing, but his raw athleticism and tenacity allow him to compete with and beat the best at their own game. Following hip surgery, the British baseliner is now a pale shadow of his former self. Nonetheless, he has had a solid 10-8 start to the year, reaching the final in Sydney and losing to Aslan Karatsev. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga is a powerful tennis ball hitter who moves well for a man his size, 6'2 inches. The former top 10 player from France is currently ranked outside the top 250, having won only 3 matches since the beginning of last year. However, the 36-year-old has many impressive victories over Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, and Rafael Nadal, 3 of the greatest players in history. The 2008 Australian Open finalist is a true entertainer on the court, with a game style and athleticism reminiscent of a certain Boris Becker. Tsonga recently announced that he would retire after this year's French Open. Pete Sampras. Pete Sampras is widely regarded as one of the best open-era players, particularly on grass. The 50-year-old's Grand Slam singles titles trail only Nadal's, 21, Federer's, 20, and Djokovic's, 19. 20. Sampras, a classic serve and volleyer, was famous for his slam dunk smashes. The American was a fantastic mover on the court, retrieving difficult balls and hitting stunning winners thanks to his incredible athleticism. The 7-time Wimbledon champion retired after winning his final Grand Slam title at the 2002 US Open, defeating fellow countryman Andre Agassi. 6. Paradorn Srichaphan. Paradorn Srichaphan was Asia's best player, and the first Thai to be ranked among the top 10 in the world. Between 1997 and 2007, the former world number 9 had a relatively brief career spanning around 10 years. He won 5 singles titles in the early 2000s. Srichaphan was known for his court manners and incredible athleticism. He had a strong baseline game as well as a strong serve. Unfortunately, injuries forced him to retire at the age of 28 while playing his final singles match at the 2007 Miami Masters. In the first round of the tournament, he was defeated by Luis Horner. 5. Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem has an explosive all-court game. He is best known for his single-handed backhand and clay-court prowess, as well as his supreme athleticism. After defeating Alexander Zverev at the 2020 US Open, the Austrian, 28, became a Grand Slam champion. Thiem has reached the finals of both the Roland Garros and the Australian Open, 2020. The soft-spoken Austrian rose to a career-high number 3 before suffering a wrist injury that has kept him off the court since Mallorca last year. Thiem was supposed to return to Cordoba this year, but another wrist injury has pushed back his return. 4. Grigor Dimitrov. Grigor Dimitrov is Bulgaria's greatest tennis player, rising to world number 3 after winning the 2017 ATP World Tour Finals. The 30-year-old has a signature single-handed backhand as well as impressive athleticism. Dimitrov has won over 350 singles matches in his career and is 7-6 on the year. The 8-time singles champion has triumphed on all 3 surfaces. However, he performs best on hard courts, where his flexibility, athleticism, and proclivity for hitting spectacular winners are at their peak. Dimitrov, nicknamed Babyfed because he has a similar playing style to Roger Federer, is an entertainer on the court and has a warm personality off it. Three. Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic is widely regarded as one of the sport's best all-around players and returners. The reigning world number 1 has a long list of accomplishments, including 20 Grand Slam singles titles and a record 37 ATP Masters 1000 titles. Djokovic is renowned for his supreme flexibility, athleticism, and mental toughness on the tennis court. The Serb knows how to respond when he's on the defensive, having saved numerous match points throughout his illustrious career. When he was defeated by Daniil Medvedev in the US Open final last year, Djokovic was denied a calendar year Grand Slam and a piece of tennis history when he was defeated by him. With a win, the Serb would have become only the second player in Open-era history to complete the calendar year Grand Slam, as well as the first to win 21 titles. Two. Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal, like Djokovic, is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in tennis history. The legendary left-hander, also known as the King of Clay for his incredible exploits on red dirt, is a supreme mover on the court, particularly on clay. At the age of 35, the 13-time Roland Garros champion is still going strong. He had a career-best 20-0 start to the current season before being defeated by Taylor Fritz in the Indian Wells final. Nadal won his 21st major earlier this year after coming back from 2 sets, and has many breakpoints down against Daniil Medvedev in the Australian Open final. One. Gael Monfils. Gael Monfils was arguably the sport's most athletic player in history. The former world number 6 is still going strong at the age of 35, displaying jaw-dropping athleticism, flexibility, and power-hitting prowess. The 11-time singles champion has been on tour for nearly 2 decades, beginning in 2005, and winning over 500 singles matches. Despite his ability to hit big from either flag, Monfils has been plagued by inconsistency and a questionable temperament, especially against better players. Monfils is a classic baseliner who prefers to grind opponents down rather than go for the kill. His game is adequate against lesser players, but not against the big 3, who have a combined 41-6 record against him.